Hey everyone, YouTube, welcome. So this is kind of like the the middle finger. It's the American finger to the Chinese technology. So I got this thing this is going to be a long video, okay? Just full confession here, but it's the American finger. I've been sitting here like for a really long time messing around with this thing. That's my soldering iron, and yeah. It's the AK-170, I think. I was thinking, I was like, man, they're so cheap. They won't even freaking mark. They won't pay a guy to even put a mark on it. And I'm like, well, and then I saw the other side. I was like, oh, thank God. All right. But I figured, it's wholesale. It's from AliExpress. It was like $5 or something. And yeah, they got different versions of it. I kind of want to get the quad channel one. I know it's stupid after getting this, but it's like I don't know what else to do. All I'm trying to do is get you know, what the hell, man, these moths. Anyway, New Mexico has a lot of moths. So yeah, I'm just trying to like get a stereo in there because I have speakers and I want to use them. And somebody like really like did not know what they were doing when they hooked that thing up. That's why I put the labels on there because it made absolutely no sense. But I was looking at it later and I was like, well, they're all green and green, I don't know. And then all the other colors are like yellow, red, and it's like maybe those are all positives and the green are all negatives. Anyway, so that's how I tried to hook it up. It doesn't really matter. Speakers, like, car speakers, audio speakers, they will play if you hook them up backwards or not. It makes them last longer if you hook them up correctly. Anyway, so I'm going through this thing and I got one of these things, right? Because I was like, I don't know what size it is. Nobody friggin' tells me. I'm all looking through the comments and the reviews, and I'm all, nobody's got, nobody knows. I don't know. And so I got it, and I was like, this one, okay, this goofy ass fucker. All right, this is all I'm talking about. Okay, so like this whole roll was pretty expensive. You're looking like $30 or something like that. But like I said, it's like the American finger, dude. It's like, look, okay, like I don't know if you could tell. Those are about the same size. I mean, maybe that one's just a little bit bigger because it's actually a dual cord. But I'm on a lot of caffeine and I almost like died today. But that's another story. Anyways, so that right there is like 22 gauge wire or something like that. And it really pisses me off because I bought like a cheap amplifier. It was like half this size and it's like, oh yeah, you just cram it in your car. And dude, I swear, it's just the wires are so fucking small, you can't work with that shit. It doesn't carry barely any current, so I guess they just don't trust us that we know what the fuck we're doing. And when they cross, it just like melts the ever loving shit out of the wire. And, whatever the plug is or whatever. But man, I'm fucking tired of it. I don't even think this thing is operational, honestly. I was looking at the circuitry of it because I was going through it. I was, I'm being smart about it. So the inside is positive and the outside is negative, and it comes with somewhere on this. I don't know. I've heard about this. I don't know if it's true, but the Chinese, I swear, like in this kind of like metal shit that's like borderline wood, like literally, like when I took it apart, there's shards went everywhere. That's actually solder, but same concept. Look at it. That's all. I think pretty sure most of that's like shards from the fucking taking a screw out. Yeah, I've heard they put nuclear waste into metal like this kind of stuff. I don't know if it's true or not. But anyway, so where was I? Oh yeah, I'm trying to find the back panel. This is the back panel. Okay, so I was looking up a lot of research videos. That is, I don't know what you call it, diagram thing. I had the word for it. Anyway, I know what it means now. It's whatever that C is going over, that's the outside barrel. It's like what I figured, by logic, and then the inside is positive. So I hooked this thing up. This is where that silly ass wire came from. Okay, so this is a USB 5 volt, and the output is a 12 volt. So it's like a buck converter in there somehow. I don't know how the hell that works, but I looked at it and it said like, oh yeah, it's only like an amp or something. I was like, well, the stereo is going to be at least a 5 amp, but okay. Somehow it puts out 400 watts. We'll see if that. But yeah. So, anyways, I just got fed up with it. I started measuring it. And it's really kind of misleading. Don't those two look like they're on the same channel? Because inside you look in there and it's like, But no, I mean I'm smart. I got my multimeter over here somewhere. It's actually beeping today, which is very surprising. I have like a magic multimeter, and it's almost like what do you think? A oscilloscope. I know the numbers look crazy, but like it's quite like you get the tips closer and closer to each other. And they start like reading like lower and lower, so like you can tell if there's like gonna be magnetic interference. Let's see how close I can get it. See, it's crazy, right? I'm getting closer to the look. I'm getting close to the tip. The fucking number's going down. No, maybe not. Maybe I don't know. Some people say it's broken, but when you touch the two, well, when you touch the two, it's supposed to read 0, but if I touch them hard, it goes to 0 real quick, right? There you go. Anyways, so I'm sitting here and I'm measuring it. And okay, here's what I'm talking about, the cheap shit though, before we get into it. Okay, the cheap shit, okay? Look at this shit. Look at this welding job, okay? I don't have a laser pointer, but this will work. Okay, so these two, I don't know what the hell those do or why they were separated in the first place. But it's all welded together. I mean, you look on the opposite side. Let's see, what the hell connection is that? I know, I'm getting all weird on the circuitry shit. I'm going to get into Arduino stuff and start figuring it out. I'm sure it's there for a reason, is all I'm saying, I'm sure they welded all three together for a reason, even though they're on the same circuit. Maybe not. I have no idea. But yeah, I just don't trust it. I don't know it at this point. I don't know why all these are like this, or what the heck that thing is. I'm thinking it's some sort of semiconductor, right? And anyways, but like, what do I do with that and that and that? And those are touching too. But yeah, anyway, but I got into it. I'm all trying to figure this shit out. Pot of coffee and some rock stars. Anyway, but I did determine that this is the positive circuit right here. And I think those are like capacitors or something. Those look like diodes. I don't know, but yeah, I figured, look at this, like that's how I soldered it on. It's like the big F you, dude. I'm tired of this bullshit, dude. Like seriously, like what are they even thinking making wires this small? What the fuck on 12 volt is that going to power? This isn't copper. I mean, there's no way that's copper. I'm sure it's like, I mean, it's at least copper color, so it's not pure aluminum, but it's probably that coated crap, and it's just like, man, so it's by comparison color, I mean, I definitely dicked around with that a lot, because, that had to plug into a big ass thing, and if these two lines cross, it's toast. But I'm just like, dude, how do you expect us to work on this micro of a scale, for one? I guess it's cheap, that's why it's so cheap, but good Lord, man. Anyways, if you get one of these fucking things, yeah, you solder that sucker in, and then I'm thinking about just linking these two together, because they read the same on the multimeter. They're both negative, and then just have another one coming out. And to be safe, you put one of those on there, because yeah, dude, these are actually kind of a cool deal. Like, I just watched a video on a dude that took a fuse. I don't know where my fuse is, but anyways, like, if this technology was in America, this is the kind of shit we would work. It's just like, jam some fucking wires in that bitch, dude. Like, get some amperage going. What are you doing? You know? And it's crazy, dude. I got in there, dude. I got all OCD. I did it pretty good the first time, but I figured, hey, it might be touching, you know? And yeah, that's like another jacket inside of that one. Anyways, I made a fucking badass little fucking cable right there, dude. If I ever find anything, I think it's a 5. It's either a 5.5 by, I don't care. I can't fucking remember. It's a bunch of bullshit. Just do this. Open your shit up and just do that. Because, you know, as long as you know that that's positive and that that's negative, and if they cross, your shit is going to short circuit, you know? But, yeah, I got that hooked up to a 40 amp buck converter. So there's going to be like 40 amps coming through there. And, you know, these little fucking things will cook real quick. And start a fire. Like, you know, you know, basically I watched what happened on when it caught fire in my car. Okay. So I had the same kind of thing in my car, and the two, you know, it went over bumps and shit, and they crossed. And I mean, it was like recommended though. It was the JST connector, right? Which has lines coming out of it about this size, like micro, super micro, sub micro. You know, and then two of these things coming out, and then I'm like, I have to hook these into like 12 gauge fucking, you know, car stereo wire, right? 14 gauge, whatever. And I'm like sitting there with my nut connector going, oh my God, I hope this doesn't come apart. And sure as shit, like, you know, the wire nuts, you know, they're like, anyway. But it's like, dude, it's stupid. Like this, if you ever work with 22 from China, like you can literally just pull it apart with your fingernail. Like I could literally like yank that out right now with my fingernail. It's ridiculous. And what happens is the jacket catches fire, and then I guess the wires are supposed to eventually burn as it's short circuiting. I Oh my God. Anyway, so I'm digging through my toolbox, and I'm like, well, I gotta find a car fuse because I don't want to go outside tonight. I hear a lot of coyotes. I'm asking for trouble at that point, you know. Man, so I even got this out. I was like, well, I don't really trust this fucking thing. I'd rather fry a battery trying to convert 5 volts into 12 than fucking, you know, an actual, you know, brick, I guess they're called. Where the hell? Oh, the fuse is in there. Okay. Right. Okay. So, you know, all it is just, it's being careful about what you do. When you're working with bigger wires, you gotta put your big boy pants on and realize that if you fuck up, you're really fucking up big time, and you might start like a big fire, you know? I don't know. I don't know what to tell people, dude. I'm just tired of this dinky shit because it's like I'm hooking these kind of wires up to that. You see that wire? That one I took off just a second ago? That thing is like a fucking like 8 gauge wire, dude. No, I mean it's more like a, I don't know. It's at least a 10 though. But yeah. Old school trailer fucking speaker wire. But yeah, the guy did this, you know, and that's the positive wire. And if the positive ever crosses the negative, this fucker should short out after 30 amps, you know, before it shuts out my buck converter that, you know, is a 40 amp. I don't know. I'm trying to I'm going to get a lower one on there for sure. But, you know, the advantage is with the little thingies, you can like remove them, you know, it's a whole idea. But, yeah, anyways, I'm just ranting and raving. I'm really pissed off at this fucking stereo, dude. I was like, all right, I'm going to get my fucking music today. No. Man, you know, but yeah, I kind of want to get into that Arduino shit and start fucking around with Robot Tech, because I can kind of get it. Like I started checking the connections, and you know, I can see how the circuits flow through there. And they just, you know, use that blank space, you know, to separate the two positive and the negative or what have you. But yeah, I don't know. At some point I figured out that all the negatives, it was a trip anyway. I know I sound like a tweaker. I'm not. I swear to God. I just, I'm pretty sure it's like the negatives go through. Well, I got the blackout. There we go. The negatives go through. I'm trying to do it on camera. Dude, there was like one that was directly connected to the dang thing, it seemed like. But yeah, I was just I don't know if you've ever used the ohm setting, but it measures like if the two connect. That's weird. That's not supposed to be doing that. Oh, that's AC volt. Okay, there we go. So it just says OL when there's no connection, and it'll eventually beep if it's a good one. But mine's kind of like moody. It was beeping earlier. I was like, oh my God. Anyway, you connect the two together, and it'll slowly go down, or it'll just straight up hit 0 or whatever. But yeah, that's how you check if the two actually connect. I mean, there's obviously another way to do it. If you got a wacky one like mine, where it's basically an oscilloscope, you go over to DC volts and it just sort of fucking, if it connects, it goes to 0. If it doesn't, it goes to like infinity, like 100 or positive 100 volts. But I think that's bad for it. Like, you're not supposed to put DC volts to check the ohms. Anyway, but yeah, I was messing around with it, and like I checked this, and like as long as these two are linked, then it reads 0. So these are like switching or something. Yeah, I know that those are capacitors, dude. Like, gotta be. I don't know. Those are capacitors. I know that. Those are transistors. Anyway, or something. I'm rambling at this point. But anyways, I'm gonna get this bastard soldered on, and yeah, they do actually have like I mean, as much as I hate China, like sometimes their shit's kind of cool. They got a 3.5 millimeter like direct, right? This is the same cable like to that. That's cool. I like that. Anyway, I'm gonna get this son of a bitch knocked out. And if it still doesn't work, I'm just gonna blame it on the fucking whatever the hell that thing is right there. And I'm gonna send it back to the factory. I gotta figure out a way to like get the fucking thing in the back to do that though. Like, just have these two fat ass cables coming out. Like, here you go. Here's your stupid thing that doesn't fucking work. So yeah, it's like, let's see if I can do it. But maybe something like that or something. I don't know. This was a really tight fit between that and there though, so. But yeah, maybe just like, I don't know, drill a hole in there where it says DC 12 volts. I'm really tired of this bullshit. This shit, it just pisses me off, dude. Because like the max you can put through it is like 5 amps. That's what these capacities are. 5 amps. Bingo, And somehow this magic board turns it into 400 watts. I don't think it does. I think people have said no, it doesn't. But yeah. I gotta learn. I'm gonna learn. I know I'm gonna learn eventually. All that shit in there. Anyways, that's kind of like my rant and rave for tonight. I know it's just a hobby kind of project, kind of losing my brain type thing tonight thing. I was really just hoping to get some fucking music going. It's really not complicated. Use my 12-volt battery to do music instead of a whole inverter system and everything. But I don't know. We'll see. Wish me luck that, doing that little hack, right? But yeah, if I was to buy another one off AliExpress, and this is what I was thinking. I was thinking that too when I was doing it. I was like, I know I could just open that stupid thing up and look in there and see what the fuck it is and just like solder that shit on. It's that little fucker, There's somewhere on that circuit board, there's got to be a positive and a negative, It's just they decide to go through this loophole where they're just like, let's get them to spend more money. Get them to figure out what size the barrel is and the fucking pin. I'm like, ugh. Because the system I'm running is a 12 volt. So we're good. You know, I don't need a fucking AC adapter at this point. Or a 5 volt adapter. But, yeah, I do need to get into this technology, this circuitry stuff. If anybody has any links or anything, please share them. But yeah, I mean, it would be really good to turn my refrigerator into just like a 12 volt refrigerator. Because I know there's some kind of conversion process in there, and if I just remove a bunch of shit, it probably would work. Right? Anyway, there's some things that run on AC and some things that run on DC, and most things run on DC and have AC converters. But, you know, laptops, you know. This is a stupid system, you know? I got, I need to power that thing, which is like a booster, right? A 5-port powered, whatever you call it, USB fucking booster. And then you look on the charger or the AC adapter and it says, a 2 amp 5 volt adapter. So that runs on DC, but it's 5 volts. So that won't work on 12, but this thing, let's see, I don't know. It's a laptop. Oh, it is 12 volt. Yeah, 2000 milliamp. You never have to worry about amps. You can have all the amps you want, but yeah, so I mean, I could do that hack if I could find the fucking plug thing for that and then just plug it directly into my 12 volt system. At least power my laptop from my 12 volt. Yeah, I know. The whole thing, you know, I got, yeah, anyway, computers, you know, that whole fucking thing is for, you know, anyway, yeah, 12 volt systems, but they're easy, they're simple, and everybody makes them complicated and goes, I have AC, I don't know what to do. Then you burn a lot of electricity in that stupid thing. That thing takes up a lot of electricity, that transformer, you know? AC adapter. It takes up a lot of... Anyway. So there's my rant and rave. 22 minutes. Top that. I leave the longest rants and raves, dude. Anyways, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed watching. Comment below and like if, I should keep doing this kind of stuff. Just long talks about random stuff. But yeah. And then, give me a subscribe if you want to be notified when I come out with new stuff. I'd appreciate it. All right. I hope everyone out there has a great day. And thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed watching. I'll see you later.